Hello and welcome back. So today, as you can see, we have a box, which means we have an unboxing. And these are supplies from our sponsor, the Orchid Supply Store. If you'd like to get 12% off, go to orchidsupply.store.com. Enter the coupon code at checkout, TRISH, get you 12% off. Now, I did place the order myself. This was not sent to me. I remember some of the stuff I ordered, but not everything, so it'll be just as much of a surprise for me on some of this as it is for you. And once we unbox the supplies, I am going to shut the camera off and then I will show you. I did get some plants as well. So, move this out of the way. Move that over there. All right. Also, with each order, every day they have a different free gift you can add to your order. And if you want a different one than the one that's offered for that day, just go into the free gifts, choose the one you want, and there you have it. You get your free gifts. So, I did order some spag moss. However, did not order the New Zealand that I normally do. I wanted to try this one here, which is the natural moss. It's premium grade sphagnum moss, so we'll try this one out. And I got some more of these square baskets here. They don't have the slots on the side, but they do have the nice big drain holes at the bottom. It's a pack of 10. And then let's take the big basket out here. So I did get me a wooden basket. I am thinking of putting the big Vanda that I got from Hauserman in here. I do have another setup that I want to try, but in the event that doesn't work out, I think I'm going to stick her in here so that she can stay in here for many, many years, because it's I believe this is the 10-inch. Yes, the 10-inch wooden basket. Let's just move the box over a little bit. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. And then this is the free gift that I chose. It's a 5-pack of the big round slotted. These work really well for Cattleya and those that really like that quick dry cycle. I've got a couple of Cattleya in these and they are doing marvelous. And then I got one of those all-in-one kits, everything you need to pot up an orchid. So this is that. Looks like it's got moss, got some bark. Of course, you've got your pot. So we'll try this out, see what's all in there. And then I bought I've got 2 bags in here. One of which is the Rexus medium fir bark. And the other is, get it out of here, the medium Orchiata Bark mix. So I have lots of repottings, as I told you guys in a video earlier this year, to do, especially Phalaenopsis. So I do need to do another order of supplies. I'll need some more bark, some more spag, some more perlite, pretty much everything, plus pots. I've been doing some inventory on what I have left. I'll make me a list, do it a little more organized this go around. And as a side note, the clay pebbles or the leca that I received from the Orchid Supply Store last year, towards the end of the year, I believe it was, I am going to repot the golden staff. I can't pull her out. I was going to pull her out for you, but I'll pull her out when I show you the plants I got from Orchid Supply Store. But she is definitely busting out of the pot, so we're going to try that leca this year. Let me turn you off for a second, get this kind of moved out of the way, and let me grab those plants. Be right back. And we are back. So this is not from the Orchid Supply Store. This is just a grocery shop Phalaenopsis that I used for transitioning into leca. She was the first one that I properly have growing in leca. I did try it in the past. It did not work out. She had 2 spikes. I've already cut 1 spike, but this one here is still going pretty strong, as well as growing a nice, beautiful new leaf. But let me just pull her out of the pot, because as you can see, she's got lots of aerial roots. But look at this. She's busting out, and this pot is going to break on its own probably. I'm going to try to save the pot so I can reuse it, but if not, well, we will sacrifice the pot for a late orchid. So let me just move her over to the side. And then you're like, oh my goodness, Trish, those plants look like you've had them for a while. Well, I have. I just wanted to pull together those that I've already gotten from the Orchid Supply Store so you can kind of see the variety that they have. So this is my Phalaenopsis, I always say this wrong, Phalaenopsis Samari Pink crossed with Coldali Fragrance. Let me see if I can get that so you can see. So I got her last year in September, and since I've gotten her, she's completed this leaf, grown this leaf, and is working on this leaf. And as you can see, she is starting to do her root thing. Today is her bath day. And speaking of bath days, I also purchased this Vanda. This is the first plant that I actually ordered from the Orchid Supply Store prior to them sponsoring the channel. And she is not doing as well as the others, but I'm hoping that with the production of some roots, and she's got one right up under here as well, and she just had her bath, so she's doing her little drip tray here, but she's not grown any new growth other than those roots. So hoping that this year she decides to go ahead and take off and move forward with life. Let me just move her out of the way, because with that hanger I can just see me knocking it over. And then this one here is the Laelia Cattleya, or Cattleya, we'll just call it Cattleya, Aussie Sunset Cosmic Fire crossed with the Cattleya Spring Fire Lynette number 1. And she is starting to produce some lovely roots down into a le pot. So she's doing great, and I do see a little eye swelling over here. Let me see if I can get you to move that out the way. I don't know if you can see that or not, but she has a little eye, and I've had this one since October of 2022. And then we have a Dendrobium latoria type here. This is the Silver Wings crossed with Nadia Spots Pink Latoriate. And this one I've also had since September. And I repotted her into, well, basically repotted her. She went back into what she came with, which is this opaque pot. Again, you can get at the supply store. And she had this lovely growth right here that she was finishing and producing roots. And this one here was right behind it. And as you can see, it's just continuing to grow. And I like to strap or stake my dendrobiums, or those orchids that have kind of taller structures, to kind of help support them until the roots go in. But even through the opaque pot, you can see she does have roots, and she is ready for a watering. What I do with my latorias is I do let them dry out before I water them, just to keep from rotting the roots. So there's that one. And then this one here, Ken sent back in October of 2022, and it is a Phalaenopsis. She did bloom. She came with a spike that aborted itself, and then quickly she produced another spike, cut that off, and hoping that now she concentrates on some vegetative growth. I cut the spike almost a month ago, so she should be doing something soon, especially with spring kicking in. And she does have some new roots down in there, if you can see those. And she is also in an opaque pot. Again, she came in the pot. I just cleaned it out and reused it. Now, let me show you what I bought. Let me move this out of the way as well. A little clumsy this morning. I bought a orchid that's been on my wish list for a while, and I hope I can get it to bloom in my home. I don't have any doubt that I can grow it in my home. I just hope I can bloom it in my home. And what would you say that is? I'm going to show you the tag, because if I show you the plant right away, a lot of you are going to know. But this is the Dendrobium spectabile, and it is the short 2N crossed with 4N shorter. I'm hoping by this description that it stays kind of smaller and not get too large. But if she does get large, we will find room for her. So let me show you the plant. So this is her. She came again in this opaque pot. I did top her off with some media that I already had mixed up from another repot that I had done, just because some of the media did fall out into the styrofoam and I didn't feel like digging it out, so I just topped her off. But she has this growth right here that she's finishing off. And then we have a little growth. Let me move that out of the way, but let's see if we can get her in. If not, I'll post a picture. But she does have a beautiful new growth coming down there. So I'm not repotting her or anything like that. All I did was just add a little bit of the media, put a stake, wrapped the older canes around the stake just to keep her sturdy until she starts producing those roots, because she does have roots coming from the growth right here. And so far I've shown you orchids. Well, they also have house plants. And what I'm about to show you, I've wanted one for a while. And price-wise, just to give you guys a heads up, price-wise, it's pretty comparable with what you would buy in the store, but it's already fixed up. It's not as expensive. I don't know if that made any sense, but oh, and I should mention that the plants actually arrived on Thursday or Wednesday of this week, and the supplies arrived on Thursday. It is now Friday, oh my goodness, I don't even know what day of the week it is. I think it's the 31st. But they did arrive separately, so of course the plants have already been taken out of the pot. I've already given them some water, so just so you know, these did not arrive all at one time. Now, what we have here is a beautiful staghorn fern on this nice piece of pine. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at this. And there is like a burlap wrap around it, and it is in bark and moss mix, as you can see. And look at that. So the way I watered this one is I just stuck it in this bucket right here. And then what I did was I filled up the water up to about right here. And I let her sit, oh, whoop, you can't even see from my finger, to about halfway up the burlap wrap. And then I soaked her for about 3 hours, poured the water out, and then I've been leaving her sitting in here, kind of next to the east-facing window, not right close to it, but kind of more shaded, just to kind of get acclimated. This morning, I put her in my shower, and I sprayed her down real good, so because she was dry again. So I will have to learn how often she likes to have her water. And this one I plan on putting in the extra bedroom with all of the other plants that won't fit in here. So she should be okay. And there's a southwest facing window, pretty decent light throughout the day. And I am planning on painting that room a brighter color, not white. I don't like white, but maybe like a really pale sky blue like my living room to help light reflection. Well, that, guys, I'm out of breath now from all the chatting, but this over here, the staghorn fern and my brand new spectabula here are what I received, and I am excited to see what all of these are going to do this season of 2023. So if you want to buy a staghorn fern or any other houseplant, orchids, Orchid Supply, they also have plant supply, so they have your general purpose soils, they have the fertilizer for houseplants, they've got decorative pots, everything that you need for orchids and houseplants, they've got you covered. If you want your 12% off, remember to use coupon code TRISH at checkout at orchidsupply.store.com. Let me know what you think about all of the ladies that you've seen so far. And if you've ordered from the Orchid Supply Store, let me know what plant you got. I might want it. It's that time of the year where shipping is going to be good. We should only have maybe 2 more things of snow. I know we're expected snow next Tuesday, but after that, it'll be hit or miss. And the temperatures are starting to rise. It's getting up into the 60s during the day. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day.